Hello, welcome back to the Beaver House. I'm Vahkiti, your glorious notification shows. We're back playing this stupid piece of shit, and we're back with Joe Cubed. Hi. We're talking about We're talking about Metroid's boyfriend.
What if
that was Samus's group boyfriend?
No,
Metroid.
Samus is genderqueer. Little known fact.
Little fact.
Whoa. I'm sorry. Is Tahu just Hulk smashing those rocks?
Damn right I am. Apparently,
Tahu smash!
Tahu's ability is to smash rocks.
Even fucking Pohatu and Onua can't do that.
No,
And they're the ones who are supposed to do that.
Tahu has the power of strength, right? Oh wait, no.
Have you guys heard the conspiracy theory that Dan from Game Grumps is a secret furry?
No.
You heard the No, Aaron is the furry.
It's pretty great. I watched a compilation video on YouTube. Where it was really convincing too. There's all these incidents where Dan's like, yeah, when I was a kid, I read these comics, and I've always liked anthropomorphic characters. And then he pulls out the word fursona randomly, and speciesism in random episodes. And you're like, dude, how do you know those words?
Wait, does that mean I'm a furry because I know those words?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're deep into the internet culture. Dan isn't.
Knowing the word.
Okay, that's true.
Sorry.
I also know a bunch of furries.
Look at the shadows, dude. You're not in the right alignment with those crystals.
Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, guys, we gotta masturbate all over each other. That's how.
Whoa!
Okay then.
That's how we charge. That's how you charge them. That's how you charge them, Chris.
The JO crystals.
Wow.
Oh god, that was. Oh no.
We gotta track that guy down and have him on the show.
I showed that to my friend, and then I was like, I'm gonna get you one, and he said, no thanks.
Partially
Wow,
used. Get him one that says partially used.
Well, I mean, you just hold it in the other hand, right?
You just wear it on your neck, and it charges the crystal.
No. This one, you sell it, but you refer to it as extra pre-charged.
Oh yeah, we just say pre-charged.
What happens if you accidentally get a little deposit on it though? Do you have to give it in the state it's in, or do you have to wash it down? But wouldn't that ruin the charge?
What if you
fucking know?
What if you sell? What if?
Wait, what the hell is that, Rahi attacking me?
Is that a freaking fire? Is that a freaking fire unicorn from Pokemon?
I think it was the one. I think that's the one that was used in the promotional art for the Master Builder set.
Oh god. Oh man. I took 3 Sudafeds and drank 2 strong cups of coffee right before this episode, so I'm not feeling too great after that.
I thought you said Josie was the one who got super high.
Fuck.
Oh no, this isn't good. Oh man.
I'm not.
What happened? What did you do?
What happened?
I took too much Sudafed to get rid of my allergies and drank a bunch of coffee, and now I feel sick.
So you're basically in the midst of an anti-crash. The Sudafed is crashing you, but the coffee has you wired.
No. Sudafed is oh, what's it called? Oh man, it's ephedrine. Sudafed is ephedrine.
Okay.
So ephedrine's like a really powerful stimulant.
By the way, Joe, isn't it great how you have no sense of diagonal movement, but there are diagonal platforms?
No, fuck.
Man, this game does not have.
Because I don't think it's really obvious to the viewers who are playing or watching, but the controls in this game are matched to the perspective. So unlike Tales of the Tohunga, where, even though it's an isometric game, up is up, down is down, etc., in this game, up is what, diagonal right? Or
I'll show you when I get to a safer spot.
It's basically the controls are aligned with the perspective. So when you press up, you go up and right or down and left.
Guys,
someone should make. Oh, okay, so it's from the perspective of Bionicle.
So
basically,
this is me pushing down right now.
Yeah.
What?
And this is me pushing left.
Oh dear God.
It's basically the controls are like rotated 45 degrees to the right.
This
Yeah.
game.
So you have to like hold your freaking Game Boy SP at like a 45-degree angle to play this game.
Yeah,
Oh my
basically.
god, can you imagine actually playing this on the... Oh no.
I've tried making a control remap in like auto hotkey or joy-to-key for this game. It doesn't work. There's just no redeeming the controls of this game.
We should.
Because you have to,
Biomedia
you
Project
basically
should
have
make
to
a-
code. You basically have to code a macro for each individual control. Like up needs to be up and left.
This
Yeah.
game.
Biomedia Project should release like a mod of this game, like a ROM
It's
hack.
not worth
It's
it.
not worth it. The game, even
Why?
if you did that, it just wouldn't be good anyway.
Yeah, the game itself is fundamentally flawed regardless of the
But
controls.
it's just confusing. You'd have to put like a mini map in this game. And...
I think it'd be kind of fun to like make a ROM hack of this game and replace all the graphics with like Zelda graphics.
I mean,
Guys.
the best we could hope for would be a from the ground up remake.
Oh,
Using the original
God.
maps and shit.
Imagine
Why would
like
you want to
imagine,
do that?
imagine
Dude,
like
that'd be like from the ground up remake of The Room.
imagine
It would be.
imagine a mini map. Imagine a mini map that just takes up the whole screen.
And Joe, to be fair, if you did this on an engine that had shading, it might actually fix the perspective issues.
This game
Perhaps.
is so much better on GameCube.
Why is there just an arrow pointing this way?
Try
Also,
it.
get rid of
Figure
the
it out.
screen crunch. That would be a good one, too.
Jesus, yeah, I don't know. I wonder how hard it would be to like recreate this in Unity.
Oh, I have
in
a
actual,
double
like,
jump.
isometric 3D.
Yeah, all the Nuva have a double jump.
No, Kopaka doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, he does.
What the fuck? Why does Tahu have the double jump?
I don't fucking know.
This fucking game.
Tahu's a G. He's freaking powerful.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm
he
actually curious
smashes
now.
rocks and-
When we're done this recording, I'm gonna fucking start doing sprite rips of this game and see if I can't get it working in another engine.
Do it, Liam.
Because I'm very curious as to how much this game could be made to function.
Do it. Do it.
Totally
I
still-
say this, of course, as I'm still well in the process of modding Legend of Matanui.
You're modding it. How are you modding it?
With his brain.
Yeah, we're just like swapping files around and running it through a disassembly and coding in things.
Liam, did you learn how to use assembly?
Well, no, fucking JMMB is helping with that. I'm just fucking around in IDA right now.
Liam's the project director. He tells me.
I was gonna say, oh my god, dude, Liam's a secret genius.
No,
I
Liam-
mean, I'm slowly figuring it out. I'm using the debugger currently.
What debugger are you using?
Just the built-in Windows one.
Oh, the shitty one.
You
And
should
I'm also
download
using
GDB.
Crocmon to figure out what files the game is trying to load sometimes when it can't. That's how we got the main menu working last night. Not to be confused with the main menu of the actual game. The main menu that loads up when you open the game is the developer debug menu, because the actual like release main menu is an unfinished mess. And it always crashed when opening. So last night I just randomly decided, I'm gonna open Process Monitor, see what the game is calling for but cannot find when it crashes, and then just replace those files. Sure enough, doing that got it working.
Liam, you gotta
Do you think the game ever feels lonely?
Yeah,
It was abandoned for a long time. Probably has some issues.
poor game. Liam, you gotta get good at disassembly. You gotta get with the program. You gotta download Vahkiti Endless.
What?
Liam, you have to write a full deconstruction of the Bionicle mythos. I think you have to write a Marxist critique of.
I tried.
No, Matt, no, can you imagine? Liam writes like a full deconstruction of the toy line
Yeah, I'm gonna do a fucking manifesto on the politics of Metro Nui. Thank you.
A novel that's a deconstruction of like of the a Marxist feminist deconstruction of Bionicle.
I tried.
No, it'd just be a
I'll read
fucking
that.
manifesto of Metro Nui's politics.
No, what I meant was like you know how like Watchmen is like the deconstruction of superheroes, or like
Yeah.
Delio is
Yeah.
mechas or whatever. You do that, but for robot toys.
Oh, for G2's deconstruction, G1.
No, it's not.
There's a specter haunting Metro Nui. The specter of communism.
Joe, did you just? I'm sorry. Did you say that Jello is a deconstruction of nachos?
Fucking,
No,
if you
I never
really,
once said that.
if you really want to get technical, Fishbill, all of Bionicle is a fucking communist dictatorship because the Turaga are the only political leaders and there's no democracy involved.
That sounds like fascism, dude.
Oh, and they're all segregated.
Basically,
isn't
yeah,
it-
they are actually.
Segregated society. So really, this is like a fascist authoritarian dictatorship.
And there was literally
my beneficial elders, village elders.
Oh my god, dude.
And then when the Makuta came to power, there was literally an ethnic cleansing because they couldn't afford the possibility of a Matoran of iron coming in Toa, being able to totally fuck their shit up.
That
Wow,
was
it was dark.
completely wait. Oh yeah, that was an ethnic cleansing. I was thinking of the Toa of Psionics.
Wait, so are the Toa like the master race?
No.
No, the Tauren could become Toa.
But
Okay,
that
in
little
the
monkey
grand
guy
scheme
you
of the
saw
universe, with all the different
could
species
become
in the
like
grand scheme
Wait,
of
the
things,
monkey guy can become like Tatu.
Yeah, so you can smash
Oh
rocks.
my god.
anyways, in the grand scheme of things in the universe that has like multiple different species in lore, technically the Matoran are the master race
Despite the fact that they
because
suck.
they are literally the preferred race of the Great Spirit.
Yeah, but they suck.
Be that as it
The
may.
Great
Wait, what-
Spirit is a fascist myth used to justify racial injustice.
That would be true, except he's real.
So are you saying that Bionicle subscribes to race realism?
Although the guy.
What? No, I mean like he's literally real.
They want to create a Matoran ethnostate?
There's already a Matoran ethnostate.
Yeah,
saying
every state in Bionicle is an ethnos.
Don't the Agori.
Like it's even like gender segregated. All the women are in Gametru.
They've literally
what?
okay. So
Only Gamatoran and I think one other, the Matoran of Psionics, are women. The rest are men.
Yeah.
Electric
And-
psionics.
And it should be mentioned that they all live in their separate villages usually,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they don't interact. So they're gender segregated, and every state is an ethnostate. So like only that one species lives there.
And there's only 3 women to every 12 men.
Oh, Joe, no, the different Matoran aren't different species, you fucking racist pig.
Is this
they
is this game like the dream of like an incel? Like this is like their preferred reality?
Well, I'm 100% certain we have incels in the Bionicle fandom because I went on the Bionicle mask posting, and every time a girl posts there, we get begone thoughts and will you marry me and all that shit.
Begone thought. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You've
Is
never
that
heard-
I want to believe that in mask posting that they're doing that ironically.
You know they are.
Pecan thought. Oh my god.
No, I think in mask
Okay,
posting
no,
it's more like
seriously,
I think in mask posting it's more like begone thock.
I'm not super deep into internet culture like I used to be. I've
Well,
been missing out on some memes.
Yeah, okay, so begone thought is basically when you see a woman and you don't like them because for whatever fucking reason, so you call them a thought and tell them to be gone.
Thought is an acronym too. I'm trying to remember what it stands for.
It
That
means-
hoe over there.
Yeah.
Be gone, that hoe over there!
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. Oh,
That's
honestly.
stupid. How about instead of saying "be gone" thought, they just say like, "Hey, you want to go to dinner sometime?"
Nah, be gone.
Boom.
Speaking of stupid, Joe, are you having fun with this area?
No,
Why
fuck.
don't you just move into the monkey?
I want to. It's the perspective.
How hard is it? It's right there.
It's not right there. That's the point.
Problem. I can't tell where this location was.
The whole problem with this game is that things that look like they're right there, 90% of the time are like on the complete other end of the screen, but just at a higher elevation.
Anyway, yeah.
The monkeys are kind of like thoughts.
So yeah, Tahu just needs to get all of them.
No,
Anyway.
Joe, you don't
Is-
need
is-
it.
Is
I
Tahu
do
an
need. There's a thought. There's a fuck you, Joe. What do you need to?
No, Jonah's onto something. What if Tahu's all angry and mean
No.
because he just needs to get laid?
To be fair,
No,
I didn't
Tahu's-
see the
Tahu's
Matoran, I
definitely-
only saw the health.
Tahu's definitely a vol cell.
No, that's Kopaka.
A what
Is a
cell?
vol cell. A voluntary cell. A vol cell.
What
Oh,
are
yeah,
you
that
doing?
would be
Well, why?
Kopaka.
Why would you go back?
So I was confused as to why there was a cannon there. That
Isn't
Any-
that just Christian?
Oh yeah, so as we speak, Chip is working on that other shirt design we had from we had last night. If
Guys,
it's done
we-
by the time I upload this, I'll put it on screen.
Guys, we gotta
Choose
stop.
that up.
Guys, we gotta stop asking him for unpaid commissions.
We're not doing unpaid commissions. Whenever people buy one, I'm sending him 60 or 70% of the revenue.
Wait. Okay, Chip, draw a shirt that says "Good money, fuck bitches."
Anyway, so
Get
yeah,
bitches, fuck money.
So Tahu is a Chad, clearly.
Shit.
He can double jump and smash rocks despite not having extraordinary strength. Apparently.
Wait, what's
Or jumping.
what's the black version of Chad? Tyrese? Tyrone.
Tyrone.
Tyrone. No, Tahu's Tyrone.
Tahu's not black. He ain't on one. Or Pohatu.
No, didn't we?
Pohatu is Tyrone.
Didn't
Yeah.
we?
The Toa are
Pohatu is
definitely
Tyrone.
the Toa are definitely Chad's and Stacy's though.
Oh,
one of my-
definitely.
Didn't we establish somewhere that all the bonkles would be black except Matoran and
Matoran.
ice people? Yeah.
Matoran
I
would
don't know.
basically be Inuits, though.
Yeah.
Look, I think. No, I thought that in my headcanon, the brown people were black.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like Pohatu were the real Niba.
Yeah. Well, he lives in the desert, so why wouldn't it be?
Lives in the desert. He plays soccer.
I mean, we
runs
could
really
go
fast.
on like fucking real world shit and say that like Pohatu would be like Indian. Pohatu would be Indian. Lewa would be black or fucking. No, Lewa would definitely be black. Actually, yeah.
Okay, so
okay. I think we can all agree that Layla's a thought though, right?
No, Gally is a.
Galley's a thought.
No reason. I don't have anything other than she breeds. She a dot.
I guess Tahu would. I guess the closest thing for Tahu would be Hawaiian.
Like.
Oh shit! We did Dwayne the Rock Johnson's Tahu, make it happen!
Joda, like, she just said if she breeds, she a dot.
I would love to see someone in the Bionicle community make a comic series about like a lowly like Matoran incel who
Okay.
like fights against like the Stacy and Chad Toas.
Okay.
So it's basically Bionicle meets Scott Pilgrim versus
Oh
the
my
World.
God.
Okay.
Dude, Makuda's an incel. That's why he hates
No,
the
no, no,
Toas.
no. We need to do a sprite hack of the Scott Pilgrim game and make it Bionicle.
Liam.
Oh no, the Scott Pilgrim game's lost to time. You can't play it anymore.
Yeah, it's lost
You can.
medium.
You just need to
It's-
fucking pirate it.
Nope,
How?
you can't.
You gotta.
Can I've done it.
The only,
How?
Play about it online. You
only
can't.
way to do it.
You're wrong, Fishbill. I've literally done it.
How?
Okay, shut up! You have to mod your 360 or whatever.
Or your
For fuck's
PS3.
sake. Or your PS3. Get the freaking file from online and then put it on your PS3.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Okay,
It was one of the
ladies
first
and
things.
gentlemen.
It was.
exactly how I put like Wii mods on my fucking
It was
thing.
literally the first thing I did when I modded my PS3.
So,
McDonald's,
I've been doing some more research into SNK heroines,
McDonald's.
and I'm even more interested now than I was before.
McDonald's.
You know, if this gets you into fighting games, I'd be glad.
I would get into fighting games. I don't know anyone who actually likes fighting games though. So
Me!
no anyone locally.
Just
So I
fight
can't,
Joe
like-
on Fightcade. Done.
I don't have internet.
Well, then how are you here?
I have a 30 kilobit down per connection
You sure don't sound like you have 30k down.
because I'm on my phone, dude. That's why I record on my phone.
I won't have internet tomorrow.
Eh, what did they do this time?
Not pay the bill.
They need to stop
Just
spending
fucking
their
bitch
money.
them out already, Jesus.
They need to stop spending their money on freaking drugs and spend it on your cable.
Yeah.
Just fucking bitch them out already. It's not like they're gonna say, well, we're just gonna move then because you fucking screamed at them about not paying their fucking bills.
Well, is it a part of your are utilities a part of your rent?
No.
Then you shouldn't be paying for it. They're violating your renter's rights. Like like you could take them to court and get all that money back because
No,
they're
that-
violating your rights.
That's what? No, I don't.
What they're
The
doing.
bill
is
is in
illegal.
their name, correct?
No. What?
What do you mean? Are as a part of your renter's agreement?
Daryl, bleep all this out. Can we not talk about this?
All right.
Okay, what the fuck am I doing here? Diagonal again!
Daryl, edit that out where Joe didn't know what he
Oh my
was doing.
god, can you believe it? Can you
So,
believe that Joe went on that crazy like homophobic rant? That was crazy. Oh my god. So offensive. Leave that out.
Daryl, edit that part out where Joe didn't know where he was doing. So retroactively go back in time and delete every episode of the show.
Can you believe what Joe
Every episode of this show! Yeah, that's pretty fucking true. No one, I don't know what I'm doing.
You know what? No, actually, no. If we're going to go that far, we might as well just delete this whole game from existing ever because no one ever knew how to play this game.
would Joe be the Chad of this group?
No, I sure wouldn't.
Liam, what the fuck you mean?
I think-
Shadows is worse in this game. What the hell?
Joe's a beta cuck.
Joe's a beta guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joe's a cuck, yeah. We gotta play Maze of Shadows next, because I want to know what could possibly be worse than this.
Again,
Maze of Shadows has annoying flaws in it.
What are you?
Maze
what are
of
you
Shadows is
jumping on?
bad.
Like you're
Maze of-
behind it.
Maze of Shadows is bad for different reasons. Where this game is bad just because it's like a chore to control and understand where anything is.
I wanna
Maze of
see it.
Shadows is bad because it has basically no content, and what content there is extremely boring and samey to play.
I want to see it.
What did I hit the switch for?
What game is that?
Maze of Shadows.
I don't know what that is.
It was basically Bionicle's only attempt to make an RPG and it sucked.
Joe's gonna play it.
Oh no!
Yep, next
Is that,
series.
you
Next
should
series.
you should make your RPG a ROM hack of that game.
No!
Next series after this, Joe's gonna play Maze of Shadows, and the next series after that, Joe's gonna make a game about Maze of Shadows.
Wait, is it like a
Maze of Shadows
JRPG?
was, yeah, kind of. But Maze of Shadows was going to be in my proposed game that would probably be, I don't know, what game would that be? If I were to separate each year into a different part, I wanted to separate each arc into a different part. So I
mean,
guess
that would be part of the Metro Nui arc, I think, or at the very
yeah, so that
no.
would be 2004.
That would be Maze of
2005.
Shadows, Voyage of Fear and Maze of Shadows would technically be the prologue to the Hordika era.
Okay, so that's what they would be then. There
Yeah.
you go.
You just gotta poop in your butt.
Okay, well, I want to say that that's not true, and people, please don't try that at home.
Yeah, nobody try pooping in your butt. That's not where poop goes. That's not where poop comes out.
Please don't try this at home. We're paid professionals. We know what we're doing.
Daryl, edit that out. Edit out me not knowing what I'm saying. So this whole show.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'd be editing out literally everything ever.
Yeah, edit all of life out.
Oh my god, this is some intense platforming.
Daryl.
So I have officially attained,
Euphoria.
no, I wish.
Divinity.
No.
Nirvana.
In this moment, I am enlightened, not because of some.
Greg.
Oh, fuck off with that nonsense.
You've officially.
No. It's in this moment I am euphoric, not because of some phony god's blessing, but because I'm enlightened by my own intelligence.
Intelligence, yeah.
No, you have in this moment you have attained Greg.
Okay, so being sincere
Greg
right now.
Sesteros.
Being sincere right now.
I just
have
checked.
Yeah, being sincere. What?
I have 50% of the Matoran and I don't know where to go anymore.
Nice.
That's how I feel every day of my
Here is a thing I found in one of the chats that just notified me. Have some tasteful side boob.
Tasteful side boob.
Yes.
I don't care.
So you're saying you're a thought, man. Liam, oh my god, Liam's the Chad.
Daryl.
I wanted to say that Liam was the Chad.
Daryl.
Liam's the Chad.
Daryl, edit Liam out.
How the fuck am I a Chad?
Because
After-
you get laid more than me, so there you go.
Yeah,
True.
yeah,
There
Liam.
you go. You've already won.
You like?
I
the
get
game.
laid more than all of you.
You get
Yeah,
laid.
you fucking
I don't know my
pro.
life.
Do you get laid like once a week at this point?
Jonah, you break.
You
Jonah,
you may have me trumped now. You foul Chad.
I told you you were the Chad.
Goddamn! What have I done? What have I become? Ah!
What have I become?
Jonah, you break your leg and get addicted to drugs more than.
What am I fighting for?
That was 5 years ago, Josie. I don't think
I
it counts
know.
anymore.
And that's why. You break your leg and get addicted to drugs more often than you get laid. That's 5 years ago, Josie.
Rip.
Well, that kind of proves my point.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
She's saying you don't get laid, Jonah.
Fucking rude and false.
Jonah, you're a fake gamer girl.
Rude.
Jonah, you're a fake gamer girl. Name 5 of his albums.
I really like Animal Crossing.
Daryl, edit that out.
And I'm a big fan of all of the Sonic games.
Daryl,
Really?
Especially Sonic, the new one, because you can make your own little guy.
Daryl, I love you. My favorite.
That was me as a thought gamer.
Oh, that was you as a fake gamer girl.
Okay, by the way, can I just say, Josie, I love the irony of the situation here with Daryl because he's so busy he can't edit right now. We're basically treating him as an imaginary editor.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, I'm gonna be the one who edits this episode regardless.
I thought Daryl was imaginary this whole time.
Wasn't that
The first time I've been here, I've heard that.
I've seen the guy and I know he doesn't exist.
Have I been
Good God.
Have I just been imagining? Did I invent a Daryl?
What the
Uh,
fuck?
It's out there.
Daryl. I like to imagine Daryl from Walking Dead editing
He
everything.
is. Okay.
How do
Jonah,
I use a computer? All I know is motorcycles and guns.
Jonah, I'm gonna get you a photo. I'm gonna get you a photo, and you're gonna be blown away by just how much he looks like a creative.
Watch Daryl from Walking Dead, the fictional character. Rock probably watches our show. I just offended him. To hunt me down.
And Josie, I don't know how you see a resemblance to Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus is gonna hunt us down.
Wait, pregnant Norman Reedus?
Oh no, I don't.
Norman Reedus is preggers?
Oh no, I don't know how to.
Wait, you don't know?
No, I don't.
Pregnant
Also,
Norman Reedus?
why are these backgrounds so awful? This looks like it was made in Game Maker.
It was. It was.
No, it
Seriously?
wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Josie,
Jonah-
stop keep saying things.
Joe! Tell Liam he's mean.
Liam,
You were
stop
gonna say
being
gay,
mean.
weren't you?
You can't tell. I could tell Liam he's gay, but I think he already knows.
Liam, I don't know how to tell this to you, but
Fishbill's gay, shows your butt.
I put my arm on Liam's shoulder. Liam, you're gay. I didn't tell you.
Liam, Liam, I got a secret. Liam, I got a secret to tell
I
you.
wanted you to hear it from me first.
Liam, I got a secret to tell you.
Yes.
You're gay.
Liam,
Oh.
I don't know how to tell you this, but...
Also, Joe, you really need to put your fucking Discord on Do Not Disturb.
Liam,
God damn it!
Liam, I don't know
Why
how
is
to
this
tell...
not automatic?
Liam, I don't know how to tell you this, but I put your butt in your butt.
Isn't that where it
Wow.
already is?
Yeah, I took
So
your
it
butt.
looks like someone just put random graphics into like Photoshop and then like pressed up noise 50%.
Yeah.
It was like, here's the game.
That's exactly what happened. Basically, the way that I draw, the way that I do art when I'm really, really, really hungry, or like
It's what I used to do when I was working on Dark Cave and I was making the sprites for it. I would just make the outlines and I'm like, how do you shade? I'm just gonna put noise on it.
Yeah, it's
What
exactly.
the hell is noise?
It's like it's like you know
It's
like
an
TV
effect
static.
that adds random pixels
Yeah.
onto the image.
You know when you save
It's like
a
TV
JPEG?
static.
You know
Yeah.
when you
Is
save
it
a
like?
JPEG?
Is it like? Is
You
it
know what
like?
you do?
It's like a deep fried meme.
You know,
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
It's like when you save it. It's like when you save a JPEG in MS Paint.
No, that's not what noise is.
It's what it reminds me of.
JPEG
like
artifacts
that.
are very different than standard noise.
Well, they're ugly, and so are you.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh! Oh!
Thoughts
Oh!
from a thought. Josie's a thought. I never knew.
Yeah.
Josie's a Stacy.
Yeah, I was
Oh
gonna
my
say
God.
Josie's totally the Stacy right now.
Yeah,
Is that-
free. Yeah, free parking.
Does that mean Joe and I are beta cucks?
I already knew I was a beta cuck, so it's not really a
No,
surprise.
no. Joe's a cuck. You're a beta.
Oh. Am I an alpha cuck?
I don't know how that works.
No. Right.
I'm
Well,
I'm
I mean,
a
if
pretty
this
clear
builds
alpha.
beta, then I have beta fetish.
No, thank you, Liam.
Liam, are you saying?
I said fish spill, not Joe. Fuck you.
Liam, are you saying Jonah's only a beta because he's a fish?
Beta fish.
That is such a stupid joke, Josie.
You're a stupid joke.
My friend has a beta fish.
Daryl!
I've had like 3 beta fish in my life. They're great.
Daryl, edit that out. Joe doesn't have any friends.
I have friends. I have lots of friends.
Name 5 of his albums.
Wait, none of my friends have. Wait. Actually, one of my friends does have albums. What do you name them? Let's see. It's Stellarton.
The Chad E EP.
Yeah, a fucking album called Hentai I Watched.
Daryl.
Seriously?
That's
Daryl.
What kind of music? What kind of music does he play?
A lot of stuff. He likes. He has a lot. He has like a noise album, and like a rock, like a metal album.
Are you telling me he has he released an album of nature sounds and shit?
No,
He released
like
an album
noise-
of him imitating nature sounds.
No, he saved an album as a JPEG.
Ah! Ah!
That's pretty much. Yeah, you know what? Sure.
Rip
I didn't
headphone users.
I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know Metroid was in the call.
You remember when 100,000 people complained about us screaming?
Okay, first of all, it was 5 people out of about 1,000. And second of all, I'm running these recordings through a compressor later anyway, so fuck you.
Wait, you're gonna come. Wait. Actually, do you have a normalizer for sound?
For
Dude, why don't you just pick up a
post-processing,
battery?
yes.
Can you normalize a bunch of audio clips at once?
I can try.
Oh, that'd be so helpful for MVCBS. I want to.
Actually, for various audio clips, are they in MP3 format?
They were going to be in Wave.
Well, if I can convert them to high HQ MP3 and back, then yes, I can batch. It's actually really easy to batch normalize them. Look up a program called MP3 Gain.
So the idea I want to do is lower the sound quality on all my clips that sound too new to be from anything past MVC2.
Okay.
So I can make all the aesthetic the same for everyone.
If you want it to sound, if you want it to sound like identical to those old systems, I would suggest instead of just lowering the quality, run it through a bit crusher.
Yeah,
It's what I use for the vocals on my remixes as well as the drums, and you've heard those.
Yeah.
Joe, what you could also do is, if you really want to go hardcore, is get an emulator for the system, and then import the sound files into like a ROM hack, and then replay them over the sound card. Or even better, get a real version of the system and play it that way.
Or what you could do...
I think I'd just do that big crusher. No one's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, MP3 Gain for batch normalization and CMT bit crusher for quality.
Okay.
I think, Joe, instead of doing that, you should just make them all vaporwave.
Here's what
Make the world's first vaporwave fighting game.
Oh, you should make it Nightcore.
I would play the hell out of a Moe anime girl vaporwave game.
What you should do is you should just shit all over a microphone.
Despite the fact that I would never ever make a Moe anime fighting game.
Dude,
Daryl,
edit it out. To be fair, isn't Skullgirls basically that?
It's a gal game. It's a Bishoujo fighter. Yeah. The only character, ironically, of course, because of this, the only characters I like are Peacock and Big Band.
you can tell if it's made.
Because they're the only characters that aren't super sexualized.
How much jiggle physics is it? Because it's really the ultimate arbiter.
In that game, a lot.
Skullgirls. Oh, okay,
Did you know?
I don't even know how to put in perspective, a lot of characters you can see their underwear from the front.
How much
Did you know that Super Mario Odyssey has jiggle physics for Mario's nose?
How much jiggle physics are there on the Arbiter from Halo?
I can't wait. Low-key, I can't wait until there are Switch mods, just so I can go into the code of Mario Odyssey, multiply the jiggle physics by 1,000, and see his nose just fucking flip out every time he jumps.
I want jiggle physics for Mario's nips.
We gotta apply them jiggle physics to them flat.
I want jiggle
we'll just
physics.
apply jiggle physics to Mario's entire body. Done.
I want jiggle physics in Breath of the Wild.
I want
Zelda's ass.
Yeah, Zelda's ass.
Just flying all over the place like a helicopter.
Yeah, it's just like she's like Tails.
Why is Zelda wearing yoga pants? Anyway, it doesn't fit the aesthetic.
Because
yeah, why are all the characters wearing freaking yoga pants? It's bizarre.
Because they hug them cheeks, bro.
Is Zelda state? No, Zelda's a total incel. What are you talking about? Zelda's such a nerd in that game.
Yeah, I was just gonna say she's a dweeb. She's probably like, I studied this in textbooks, and that would be the start of her hentai doujinshi.
How is she any kind of split with that ass?
Because she's 17.
That ass.
Princess. What?
Yeah, I was gonna say she's a 17-year-old princess whose entire life is 1, studying Guardians, and 2, praying.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, when does she have time to fuck?
Oh my god, Zelda's
all the time.
Is Zelda one of those super religious, only focuses on her studies girl, but then once she leaves university, it's all bets are off?
Nah, man.
So after Link defeated Ganon, it was just a fucking Hyrule orgy.
Nah, man. Zelda's constantly getting.
She gets a nose ring, and she she starts going to raves.
She goes she goes full emo. She does the pink and black hair.
Nah, man,
Oh man,
Zelda's...
that is my favorite incarnation of Zelda. I need that in my. Please, someone draw that. I need that in my life.
Yeah, man, Zelda's constantly getting laid in the library. She's doing her studying while getting banged. Yeah.
I'm
That
going to
sounds like a
regret
different
this,
head.
but as we speak, I am Googling emo Zelda.
Dude, Scene, I am so angry. I grew up a few years too late to be Scene. Otherwise, I would have been hardcore Scene.
Here's what
Why?
Well,
you
you
gotta
know,
do,
Yoda,
man.
Because it's awesome.
Yoda, I was around for that.
Man, I'm
you
jealous.
weren't missing much.
Here's what you do, man. You just gotta put tacos on your head.
I mean, I
was
found
like 3
fan
years
art
too
of
young
an
for that.
emo Link.
You just gotta put
Yeah,
a
but
Taco
it's-
Bell bag on your head.
No, Link is like the good guy who like tames like the freaking dark girl Zelda.
Yeah,
Classic,
fuck Link.
classic,
Yeah, fuck
classic scenario.
Link. Yeah, fuck Link. He don't.
Well,
he don't
Somebody,
want that.
okay, real talk. Somebody should make an emo pit. Oh wait.
Yeah, he. Yeah, fuck Link.
Sakurai.
Yeah, fuck Link. He don't got that booty.
So something else. Okay, so who do you think's next in SNK Heroines?
I don't know anything about
Yoda.
SNK.
Marina.
You know, we gonna get.
Marina from Splatoon.
We are already
Yuri.
predicted. She's already in the
Yuri
game.
from Doki Doki Literature Club.
Not in the character, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Fuck, I don't fucking know. Look,
Your
man.
face is a character.
Look,
I don't think you've been up there, bro.
yeah, I have though. Anyway, look.
Daryl!
No, we're gonna get Nina from Samurai Showdown, and she's gonna kill herself in her ending, just like in the game.
Oh, I want Mifa to be in it.
I want to kill myself.
Don't do that, please. That's bad.
Where am I?
It was funny. There was a topic a long time ago, right?
Tuesday!
There was a topic on the Mugen Guild. Someone was making a Capcom SNK style sprite set for Mina from Samurai Showdown, and they finished it, right? But this guy said, please don't make the fatality sprites, because in Samurai Showdown there are fatalities, so you can kill each other.
I'm
And
sorry,
it was
what the
like-
hell were you grabbing onto there?
I have no idea.
The door.
Invisible.
Yeah, so he's like, please don't make the fatality sprites for my waifu, and then everyone started like making fun of him for caring, and I think a guy started posting a bunch of fatalities being performed on her. And then, wait, it gets better. My favorite part is at the end where some guy said, dude, your waifu's dead. She kills herself in her ending.
Make them the most gruesome ones.
Those are the best kind of anime girls, though.
The ones who kill themselves in their ending?
Yeah, it's hot. It's like the
What
best.
the fuck is wrong?
What is wrong with you?
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
man.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah, you know what they say? The best orgasm is the one that you have after you kill yourself.
What?
It's my. I don't know. I've always thought that was really hot for some reason.
What? No, okay, someone call.
I am legitimately concerned right now.
What do you
Daryl!
mean? Concerned
Edit
about
it
what?
Daryl, edit it out.
What are you talking about?
Someone call a
What
call.
do you mean, what am I talking
What?
about?
What did
Take
I
a
do?
wild guess.
Wait,
Daryl.
what did you interpret me saying? What did you think I said?
You think
Well, it's not exactly up for interpretation.
What do you think I said?
You just literally said I find it really hot when people kill themselves.
No, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, it is.
I think the psychologically disturbed anime girl characters are hot.
Oh, that's different from what you said.
Man,
Well,
the
that's what
best,
I meant.
the best orgasm is when you kill yourself.
Is that like why you like Asuka so damn much?
Yes,
Yeah, because she kills herself like all the time.
she
Okay.
does. She's
doesn't
like,
kill
it's like in the
herself.
last episode. Yes, she does in the bathtub.
She's addicted to killing
She
herself.
tries to, and then she
Tries
tries to, and then freaking a nerve comes and like puts her in a giant robot, and then she really kills herself in a robot.
But then she doesn't die because she's the only two people alive at the end of the damn season.
Yeah, everyone knows being a
You
robot
sicken me. What did she say? You sicken me or something like that.
Everyone knows that when you're a robot.
disgusting.
Everyone knows that when you're a robot, you don't die.
I love that. I love that show so much.
I'm holding a machine gun there for cancer.
Okay.
I love show. I love how a freaking like 29-year-old woman promises to have sex with a 14-year-old boy in that movie.
To be fair, she was basically like, I'm gonna die anyway, let's convince this dipshit to do something. To try and save the world, but he fucks up anyway, because that's all he does all day. Every day.
Shizu's the worst human being.
Like, all he does every day.
I mustn't run away. I mustn't run away. I mustn't run away.
Fucking way. Dude, like, the worst part is, you go through that whole thing and, you think he's gaining character development, because there's, like, the episode 7 where he teams up with Asuka and they defeat the Angel, and it's really...
Is that the episode with the inflation joke?
Probably. I don't remember. And then later, then we get the movie where he's just not back to square one and all shitty again. Yeah, great.
I need to fucking...
I need to
fucking finish watching Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say Evangelio. I'm like, don't watch that.
I need to watch the remakes.
The
I haven't seen this.
soundtrack, I started watching it when, my friend Nolan has just the fucking best taste in anime and movies and shit. So whenever I go over to Jared's and he gets Netflix, I'm just like, go for it, put on whatever. Is like, I saw, he put on an anime called K Project, which was really cool. And,
Never heard.
Whoa, why are there 5 monkeys in here?
Because they didn't know where to put them, so they just shoved all the rest of them in here.
Anyways, the other.
Okay, it's time to go beat the Roxy, guys.
A few weeks ago, he put on Cowboy Bebop, and it was like, holy shit, the soundtrack for this is fucking amazing.
Wait,
It's
Yeah.
like wild big band jazz all over the
it
place.
is great. Have you?
It is a good show. I need to watch it. I watched the
am-
first episode, and me and my brother
Yeah.
have been planning to watch it for like 4 years, but we just
That's me
never.
too.
But you know why it hasn't happened? It's because me and my brother are never in the same place for more than like 2 weeks.
I
I
love
mean, you
the
managed to find
I
time
love
for JoJo.
I love the
With
theme music for
JoJo,
that show.
It was watch Cowboy or watch JoJo. I'm sorry, Liam. We had to make the choice.
That reminds me, there should be a new episode of the JoJo dub as of yesterday.
Yeah, hold horse.
I've seen every
No,
episode.
this would be the first one with Iggy.
I've seen
Iggy!
I've seen every episode of Cowboy Bebop.
Good.
Wait, so Rakshi is like an Indian word for demon.
It's Kurok.
Yeah,
What?
it's pretty accurate.
Like Rakshi are like Indian demons.
Yeah,
Huh.
like you know how.
I thought what?
Okay, so Rakshis are made when Makuta pulls his dicks off and turns them into snake robots.
No, it's more like he births them from himself by literally ripping leeches out of his body. It doesn't
Yeah,
actually
makes
make much.
from your seed, Pterodax.
Yeah, they
Makuta
pull,
says-
Came from your seed.
yeah, he pulls his dick out and turns into a robot.
You did it! The plague of the Rockshi is over! However,
Isn't
the
it-
land is not yet free. Our greatest enemy still remains.
That sounds like you just ethnically cleansed an entire species from the planet.
All right.
No.
Oh, it's Sakura! But
Oh.
who amongst us is strong enough to face the Makuta?
Wait a minute.
Some monkey dude's gonna try.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh.
The Torah
What?
of light is revealed! Behold the mighty Takanuba!
What?
It just happens.
What?
In the next episode, we're gonna tackle the final boss of this game because there really isn't anything else after that. So
What?
we'll see you next time, guys.